Hey guys, I just finished an assignment for my university, so now it's time to record the win zone of the 7th zone event as well. And for this one, I've actually got a really strong setup. Let me just make sure to call it up so I'm able to use this. So the wind zone obviously has a fire weakness and is resistant to other elements, so you want to use your strong fire attackers, and this time the 7th zone event only has one enemy, so single target attacks are what you want to use, compared to last week where we had multiple enemies and we had to do AoE attacks. So now I'm going to be using the Argonaut, the Eyes, and the Kotori for my attackers, and then Haruhime is going to be providing assistance with extending buffs and debuffs. As for the ailments, I figured out earlier today that the single target 7th zone event actually does not do seal and only does stun. So you should only have to worry about being stunned, which means that you can use either the Glorious Anklets with stun resistance, or you can use the Freestar MLB Misha, which also has a 100% ailment resistance buff for your entire party. In my case, I'm going to be using the Glorious Anklets, and then I'm going to be using the Idoline sack, which if you have not yet gotten from the banners that are currently live, the special gacha banners, I recommend you to get a copy of her. She's a great sacrificial unit. And then the other thing I'm using is just Galmus for more survivability. This time the wind zone enemy is actually like a lot stronger than the other one, I think. He does much more damage. So I'm taking a little bit more precaution when I'm doing just not to take too much damage, because otherwise even my MLB units can die. So if you've got lower level units than me, then definitely make sure to use even more defenses than I do. Maybe put your Haruhime in one of your first slots and one of the attackers in the last one. As for the Eyes, she's actually amazing in this particular single target because she has insect killer ability, and the enemy this time is an insect. This obviously might change when there's another 7th zone and there's another enemy type, but for this case she's actually amazing. And then I actually do this much damage because my Kotori weapon is actually fully ascended. I've spent most of the materials which I've gotten from the previous 7 zones on this weapon, on the Kamael. So it's actually like an amazing weapon that makes Kotori do an insane amount of damage, and I have all the other fire support for her. So I actually cleared this in 7 or 8 turns, which is absolutely insane for it being a very hard mode. So I'm gonna take, I think, a little bit more of a defensive approach, so I don't have to restart the run or the recording this time. But when I do a full clear, I mean, when I try to go for high score, I take, I guess, more of an offensive approach and less defenses, because you can always reset your run if something goes wrong, if one of your units like randomly dies. So definitely you can do that as well. Okay. So another defensive thing that we're using is Ice Skill 2, which actually increases the physical and magic resistance as well. And then we're gonna use Haruhime Skill 3 on this turn. Haruhime special attack, obviously, is what I mean, to increase the strength and magic of all my party. And her skill 3 is obviously getting used for just extending the buffs and debuffs. So as you can see, Kotori is actually hitting for 5,500 damage, which is absolutely insane. I don't think she's ever hit this hard for me. I mean, I did ascend the weapon fully today, so it's a huge increase for me. Okay. We'll see if we will be able to kill this spider in 7 turns, or if we'll need to take that little that 8th turn as well. So far it's looking okay for us to be able to do it in the 7th turn. So this is where Kotori runs out of mana, so I decided to do special attack with her, and she hits for like, I think, 1,000,000 damage just by herself, which is 1/8 of the spider HP. It's absolutely nuts. Oh, even 1,400,000. So yeah, the counters may or may not kill it here. Okay, they don't, so we need that 1 extra turn, but it definitely dies here with just a couple of attacks. And as you can see, it's going to be a really quick clear, way faster than all the other zones I've done so far, just because my attackers are pretty much perfect for this, and I actually score over 20 million, and the best run I did was actually the 4th best run on the EU server. The score at least, so I'm really proud of that. I guess I haven't really been this far up in the rankings yet, so definitely really excited about that. Anyways, it's actually really I hope you can apply your strategy to, this strategy to your teams as well. Obviously you're probably not gonna have the exact same units as I do. But you can definitely use alternatives. You can use Crozzo, you can use all the other fire attackers. There's a lot of them, so the fire one is the most plentiful, I think, as far as attackers are concerned, in the recent banners over the last half year or so. So hopefully you have no problem with dealing this wind zone, especially if you're taking enough defensive measures. Because the spider does actually hit very hard. So yeah, I hope you have a lot of success with this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!